psychological profile of this special lady.
Yes.
But without that input, I mean, I would probably go to like Weekend.
John Mayer is a singer, songwriter, and guitarist from the United States. Mayer was born and reared in Fairfield County, Connecticut. He attended Berklee College of Music in Boston, but left in 1997 to join Clay Cook in Atlanta. They founded the short-lived two-man band Lo-Fi Masters together. After their breakup, Mayer continued to perform at local venues, honing his skills and establishing a following. Following his performance at the 2001 South by Southwest Festival, he was signed to Aware Records and then Columbia Records, which published his debut extended play Inside Once Out. His two subsequent studio albums, Room for Squares and Heavier Things, achieved multi-platinum status commercially. In 2003, for his single Your Body is a Wonderland, he won the Grammy Award for Best Male Pop Vocal Performance.
Your heart. Sing these lyrics. Don't just sing them. Just like let it come out of you. That one is you can't fake that song.
If you enjoy these videos, please remember to hit the like button, as it does help us out a lot. And comment below who your favorite celebrity is that you'd love to see in an upcoming video. His full name is John Clayton Mayer, but is also known as John. He was born October 16, 1977 in Bridgeport, Connecticut, making him 44 at the time of this production. He stands at 6 feet 3 inches tall. John Mayer pursues an alcohol-free lifestyle. He made this public in 2018 when he revealed he'd been sober for 2 years. That being said, Mayer continues to smoke cannabis. Around the same time he announced that he stopped drinking, Mayer revealed that he uses cannabis in the place of alcohol. Although John Mayer has been involved in several controversies over the course of his career, the most notable involved a 2010 interview with Playboy magazine and used derogatory slurs towards African Americans. Accusations of racism soon followed, and John Mayer then issued a public apology. John Mayer has a well-known affinity for expensive watches, and it's estimated that he has spent millions upon millions of dollars on watches over the course of his life. In 2017, MSNBC reported that Mayer had spent 25% of his entire net worth on watches, including a $300,000 Patek Philippe timepiece. In 2015, he estimated that his entire collection was worth tens of millions of dollars. Mayer also notes that a huge part of his hobby is learning more about the details of various watches through time-consuming research. In 2014, John Mayer became convinced that 11 of his watches contained counterfeit parts. He's purchased these watches for a sum of $5 million. As a result, he sued a watch dealer named Robert Marin, from whom he'd purchased the timepieces. Although Mayer was set to sue Marin for $656,000, he later dropped the action when he realized he was mistaken. He later apologized publicly to Marin and reiterated his confidence in the watch dealer's legitimacy. Although John Mayer is never married, he's dated some of the most prominent female celebrities in the world. These include Jennifer Love Hewitt, Jessica Simpson, Minka Kelly, Jennifer Aniston, and Katy Perry. There are also rumors that John Mayer was once romantically involved with Taylor Swift, although these rumors were never confirmed. Mayer has been the subject of incessant attention from the tabloids because of these romances.
And I listened to a few last night, actually. You know what a great one is? There's so many. How Long by Ace.
John Clayton Mayer was born in Bridgeport, Connecticut. He was raised in Fairfield alongside his two brothers by parents who were both teachers. After watching Michael J. Fox in Back to the Future, Mayer became obsessed with the electric guitar. His father rented one for him, and John Mayer soon became utterly obsessed with learning how to play. He also discovered his love for blues music and started taking lessons at a nearby guitar shop. His parents had a somewhat turbulent marriage, which led Mayer to focus even more on guitar as a means of escape. Eventually, he became so focused on playing the guitar that his parents took him to see a psychiatrist, who determined that there was nothing wrong with Mayer. While still in high school, Mayer began to perform at local venues and briefly joined a band. During this period, Mayer started to suffer from serious panic attacks, and he was admitted to a hospital for a disorder related to an irregular heartbeat. After leaving the hospital, Mayer began songwriting for the first time and started taking anti-anxiety medication, a practice he continued throughout his life. After attending the Berklee College of Music in 1997, Mayer formed a two-man band called Lo-Fi Masters with Clay Cook. Mayer quickly expressed a desire to create pop music, which led to the band splitting up as Mayer pursued a solo career. He then released an independent EP entitled Inside Once Out. John Mayer capitalized on the early internet music movement with an online-only album called Room for Squares in 2001. Columbia Records later remixed and re-released the album, and by 2002, many of the album's hits, such as Your Body is a Wonderland, were getting radio time. Heavier Things was Mayer's second album, and it was released in 2003. Although the album wasn't as commercially successful as Mayer's first entry, the song Daughters won a Grammy in 2005. During the next part of his career, Mayer returned to his early influences and started to collaborate with blues and jazz musicians. His next album was Continuum, which was a departure from his established acoustic sensitivity, and it won Mayer more Grammys. Continuum was later described as a career-defining album for John Mayer. Although Battle Studies was another high-performing album for Mayer, it was seen as inferior to his previous entries, even by John Mayer himself. From 2010 onwards, John Mayer struggled with a number of setbacks, including increased pressure from the media, controversies, and vocal cord problems. After releasing the critically acclaimed album Born and Raised, Mayer's vocal issues have mounted, prompting fears that his career as a vocalist might be over.
Artists aren't really allowed to say that, but it is true. There are some songs that you do with your left hand, and you look back at it and you go, that's wild.
In light of his astonishing musical career, his romantic involvements with famous female figures, and his controversial statements, which makes him at the center of the spotlight, his income is no wonder. It appears that with such a fortune, he can easily live off the rest of his life. His high income made Mayer earn a spot on Billboard's highest-paid musicians list in 2018, and his album The Search for Everything was also placed on number 2 on the Billboard 200 chart. With that album only, he earned over $900,000 from sales and $1 million from streaming. It appears that John likes to spend his money on luxurious things, as he bought Maroon 5 singer Adam Levine's mansion in 2018, which was worth $13.5 million. The property is known to have its own gym, along with a 7,100 square foot house, a tennis court, a swimming pool, and a 2-story garage. Mayer also has an expensive hobby, which is collecting luxurious watches. Over the course of his life, he's known to spend millions of dollars on the watches he owns. According to MSNBC, he spent a total of 25% of his net worth on watches. The watch aficionado, Mayer said to the New York Times in 2015 that his collection was worth more than tens of millions of dollars. Mayer's net worth is estimated to be $70 million. In 2018, it was announced that Adam Levine was selling his $13.5 million Beverly Crest mansion to John Mayer. The 3.6-acre property features a 7,100 square foot house, complete with its own gym. Cars you'll find in Mayer's garage include a Ferrari 599, a Range Rover, a Land Rover Defender, an Audi R8, a Ford Raptor, and a Ford GT.